Hello, this is Cynthia Sue Larson with RealityShifters.com, and I'm talking with you about the subject of quantum jumping to find true love. And if you're wondering how do you get started with something like that, I'm going to cover a couple of things first that give you the beginning of how to get there. Let's start by imagining that you're waking up for the first time and realizing that everything that's happened up until this point in your life has been a dream. So that electric jolt that you might be feeling right now, if you contemplate that for real and imagine, like, wow, what if that's true? What does that mean? What that means is that right now, in this very moment, right here where you are, is the new beginning of your life. And everything that's happened up until this point in time, you can imagine as if it was a dream, something that you can move on from, that you can wake up from. The second thing I'd like you to think about today is to ask yourself the question, and get in the habit of asking this question, if you're feeling hungry, or angry, or lonely, or tired. You'll notice that spells out H-A-L-T for hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. And if you are feeling any of those four things, it's really important that you stop everything, including this right now. And if you're hungry, go get some good food to eat. If you're angry, then you can do some physical exercise. You can write in your journal or diary about how you're feeling, or you can find a close friend to talk to. If you're lonely, then you need to be with other people. Find company of some sort that you can be with. And if you're tired, you need to get some rest. Those are very critical things to take care of before you can move on to making big changes in your life. And you need to get in the habit of asking yourself, before you do any changes to your regular daily regimen, are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Are you tired? Once you've cleared those four, then you're ready to begin. So today we're going to do a meditation to do a quantum jump. And if you're able to just close your eyes, this is a great time to do that. We're going to be imagining and envisioning that you're seeing yourself with your true love. And this is an experience of recognizing that right now you exist in a superimposed state of all possibilities. This is true for all physical objects on this planet, including you. And you can imagine that that means that you have the ability to be in any of an infinite number of other possible realities, including one in which you are with your true love. So really close your eyes now, take a deep breath in, and exhale fully and deeply as you breathe out. And imagine that you're going to see one of these possible realities. So as your eyes are closed, you can imagine that you're walking down a hallway with many possible doorways to go to other possible worlds. And you're opening up one of the doors, the one where you have found your true love. And as you enter this reality, like a daydream, you can feel the reality of what it feels like to be in a state of true love. And just imagine that you're seeing and feeling how it is that that other possible you is talking, is moving, is relating. All of the mannerisms, all of the behaviors, anything that you notice is different about the way that possible you is. And the nature of the relationship that you're observing as well. Pay attention to everything. When you come out of this meditation, I'd like you to write down everything you remember. In addition to that, you'll be getting the benefit from having connected with this possible you of some advice. It might come in the form of some words, or it might just be a presence and a feeling of what it feels like to be with your true love. And know that just by making this connection right now, you're creating a kind of a bridge that enables you to much more easily make whatever changes you need to make in order to be with your true love. This might be changes in confidence, feelings of self-worth, getting over some really deep fears, whatever those things are, know that you're able to clear them right now by just witnessing that that kind of a jump to another reality is possible, that there is a possible you that has this true love, and that you can have it too. And there's a book that I'd like to share with you today, which is very relevant to what we're talking about. It's by Bruce Lipton. He's a biologist. The name of the book is The Honeymoon Effect: The Science of Creating Heaven on Earth. And there's something I really love about this book and Bruce Lipton's writing in general, and that's the way that he's got so much enthusiasm that he really brings all of himself to what he's writing about. And in this book, it starts off a little bit slow because he's going to describe, as you're reading through it, some of the relationship issues that he's had. You might be having some of those right now. You might feel that you've just been in such a bad repeating cycle of relationships that it's hard to even imagine anything going right. So that would be a really good reason to read this book. Because Bruce Lipton is a scientist, he brings a great deal of scientific experimental data and findings into his work. So you'll get to see why it is that sometimes many of the things that trip us up and make us feel like someone's pushing our buttons is really built into all of us. And there's something that we can do to recognize that when two people are in a relationship, what Bruce talks about is that it really can sometimes feel like there are four of you in a relationship, because there's all of that subconscious baggage and the emotional things that you do habitually that can really get in the way of relating to another person in as loving and trusting and open a way as you'd like to. And so this is a great book for getting into that whole sense of how to address some of those issues in yourself. And you'll notice with today's meditation, we're looking at ourselves and how we can become much more like that best possible self that's in that other world, who's able to have the kind of love that we're seeking right now. So as you continue on your exploration of this quest to find true love, whether it's in an existing relationship and expanding and opening your hearts to each other, or finding someone when you've never found anyone before, I'd like you to keep asking that question: how good can it get? And feel free to leave some comments or questions here at the bottom of this page. Love to hear from you. Till next time, this is Cynthia Sue Larson with RealityShifters.com.